Hi, I'm Lynette and welcome. So today I am going to be showing you what's in my everyday makeup train case. I wanted to show you my everyday makeup train case. This is the makeup that I use most frequently, and not everything is in here, like my foundations and not all of the concealers I use, but just about everything else that I use when I do my face is in here, and it is brimming over. So I thought I would show you what's in it and then maybe kind of clean it up a bit and get some of the stuff that I'm not using so often out of here to give myself a little more space. And now that I've decluttered so many eyeshadow palettes, I do have storage now where I can put the overflow makeup. So if you like these types of videos, please consider subscribing. I'm here every week with makeup haul swatches, tutorials, and reviews. And please remember, this is a no judgment zone, okay? So this is my BH Cosmetics train case that I've had for quite a few years. I had a much smaller case that started falling apart. And so I went and got a bigger one, and with getting a bigger case, it allows me to put more stuff in it, which is exactly what I have done. So I'm going to open this up and show you what's in here. So I hope we have things in focus. So let's start. This is my one of my powder puffs that I use to set my under eye concealer, and I really need to switch it out for a clean one. Starting with the top layer here. These are mostly concealers and highlighters. This is my Pat McGrath under eye setting powder in the shade medium. I use this every time to set my under eye concealer, so this is definitely going to stay in the case. Here I have some highlighters. So this is a Pat McGrath highlighter that I don't use very often. I do keep many of them in here because I try to rotate the highlighters out because I have way too many. So I try to use as many as I can. This is another Pat McGrath highlighter, really pretty. I don't use it very often either, but I'm afraid if I take them out, I'm going to completely forget about them. So I think I'm going to leave those in here. And then, Lord, I got a whole bunch of concealers. So this is Pat McGrath concealer that I use to brighten under the eye. So this will stay here. And then I have the Sephora Best Skin Ever concealer that I picked up recently, and I really like this. So, and this is closer to my skin tone, so I'm going to keep that in here. Another Pat McGrath. Oh, okay, I was wrong. This is the one I use to brighten, and this is the one closest to my skin tone, and I use these two in combination with one another. So these two will stay because I use those pretty often. I like to rotate. Well, I try to rotate all of my makeup. This here is my ColourPop concealer that I used to use on my face all the time, but all the applicators have come off, so, which is really annoying, and that's why I'm no longer going to be buying ColourPop concealers. So, and this is like perfect for my face. I use this to cover up blemishes on my face. I do have a little scooper to scoop out the product, but I feel like that's too much work. So I'm going to take this one out. And then I have these from Sephora that I recently picked up. These are the Make No Mistake High Coverage Concealers. This one here is super thick, like a cream. And then this one is more liquidy. And I'm really not sure how I feel about these two. I don't think I'm crazy about them though. But I think I want to keep them in here and to continue to try using them on my face. So I'm going to keep those in there for now. This is a Dermablend concealer that I don't think I have yet to use on my channel, that I recently picked up, and I do like it. The color is not great though. It's a little too neutral for me, but I wear it under my foundation, so I'm gonna keep this in here. Maybe one day I'll use it in a Get Ready With Me so you can take a look at it. This is the Danessa Myricks Color Fix in the shade, well, the nudes, and I had picked this up. I had picked this up also to try to use on my face, and I think I might have used it once, so I want to keep that in here because I don't remember if it worked out or not. This I got from the drugstore. This is the True Complexion HD Corrector from Black Radiance. I got this from the drugstore. I wanted to use this as a corrector, under eye corrector, or even on my face, but it's really too liquidy and too thin, and it doesn't really work that well. So I'm going to take this out. And then I have my AJ Crimson cream foundation, which I keep in here because when I keep it with my other foundations, I forget that I have it and I don't use it. So, you know, it's important for me to be able to see my makeup in the hopes that I will use it more often. This is the LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade orange. Is this orange? This is orange. And I just recently picked this up because I like this corrector. So I've been using this under my eye. I have a NARS sharpener here. And then this is a Laura Mercier sample translucent powder that I've not been using, so I'm going to take that out. And yeah, so that's it for this top layer here. On to the second layer. Oh, and I'm already tired. This is the NARS, what is this? The Soft Matte Powder in High Tide. This is the new shade I picked up, if I can get it open. And if I can't, I think you've probably already seen it on my channel. I can't get it open. So anywho, I've been using this powder. This has been my go-to powder since I purchased it, and I really do like it. So here we go. This is what it looks like. So I'll be keeping this in here for sure. This is a minted, I'm running out of space, so these two shouldn't even really be up here, but this is the minted bronzer that I really like. So I'm probably going to keep this in here for right now, but as the seasons change, and when they do change, I do switch out some of this makeup. This one will probably have to be switched out because as I get darker, this won't show up as much. But for now, I'm going to keep these two in here. Then I have gel eyeliners, which I haven't used a gel eyeliner in a really long time. These are all from Inglot. This is number 83, the black one. No, it's not. Number 77, the black one, which was like a staple. But since I don't use gel liners much anymore, I'm going to take these out. Give me a little more space in here for other makeup. And then this is the Charlotte Tilbury corrector. I think it's the Magic corrector. This is in the shade Deep. If you've watched my channel, seen my Get Readies with me, you have seen me use this. I can't open it. I have these nails on, y'all. Please forgive me. But I've been, you know, interchanging it with this and with the LA Girl. So I'm going to keep this in here. And then I have these cream blushes from Fenty Beauty. And I don't use them. And I keep them in here so that I can see them, so that I will use them. But I haven't. And I just bought some more cream blush like a psycho. But knowing I don't really use them, but I think I'm going to keep these in here because hopefully I will use them. Speaking of cream blush, I bought one of the new ones from Danessa Myricks. This is in the shade Golden Hour. Beautiful. Used it once in a Get Ready with me, and I'm going to keep this in here as well. Now these are, I don't even know what these are. It's been so long since I've used them. So this is this is a Milk liner. I don't think does Milk make liners anymore? These were so good. So I'm going to take all these liners out. Many of them I haven't used in a long time, so those that I haven't, I will get rid of, and the others I will put in my liner container that I have in another room. This is a Too Faced Shadow Insurance, which has been in here a really long time. Don't even know if this is any good, so I might have to throw that one away. So all those are going to go out. And then I have, see, I got stuff in here that I've forgotten about. I haven't used this in a while. Kevyn Aucoin. This is a concealer, a pot conceal, and it's really good, really high coverage. So I need to start using that one again. So I'm going to leave that there. This is a MAC blush that I recently picked up that I can actually double as kind of a bronzer. But I haven't used it since I used it in a Get Ready With Me video with new makeup. So I'm going to take this one out. And that is it for the second row. So really freed up a lot of space there. Okay, this is going very well. So now I'm going to move the case over because this is the section that's really overflowing. Oh, I forgot this powder from Laura Mercier. This is the translucent powder in the shade Honey. And I had purchased this to use under my eye, and it was to set my under eye concealer. And it's a little too orangey, a little too warm, so I'm gonna take this one out. I haven't used it in a long time. Okay, so this is the section that's really I need to clean out because it stresses me out every time I go in here. So we're gonna start with, this is mostly highlighters and blushes and maybe some powders. We're gonna start here with the Hourglass, and I picked this up at the end of last year, and honestly I keep it in here because this highlighter is beautiful. I love to use this highlighter, but I don't really use anything else in here. So I don't even know if I need to keep it in here. I might try to use this as a bronzer. Nope. I don't think that's gonna work. Nope, see? And this shade is a little, this blush here is a little too light, and this is more of like a blush topper, and so I don't know about this. I don't know if I'm going to keep it in my case or not because I really only reach for it for the one highlight. I'm going to keep it because I really love the highlighter that's in here. But this thankfully I used Ulta points for this because this would have been a waste for me if I had actually paid for this, because like I said, I only really use the highlighter in it, and the rest of the half of it is like doesn't work for my skin tone, and the other half I don't really use. So all right, and then I have another bronzer. Let me see, let me go through my bronzers here. I have two more bronzers here. So this is Fenty Beauty Cocoa Naughty, as you can see. That's been my go-to bronzer for a really long time, for the winter time, the colder months. But I haven't really been doing my makeup during the week anymore. I don't wear a face of makeup in the week anymore, so a lot of this is not getting used. This is the Colored Rain bronzer, Naughty Spice, that I used all throughout the summertime. Love this bronzer, and I'm going to be using it more now that the weather's getting warm, but we're not there yet, so I'm going to take it out for right now, give myself a little more space in here. I have a powder. This is a Laura Mercier powder. I think I have Laura Mercier's powder in like every shade. This is in the shade Medium Deep, which is a little too deep for me. But in the summertime, it will work better for me. So I haven't used a Laura Mercier powder in a while because I have these pressed powders that I like a lot. So I'm going to take this out for now, and then when the time comes and I get a tan, I will take it back out again. Oh Lord, Lord. I have so much blush. This is the Danessa Myricks Balm Contour, which I don't use a lot, but I really love. I'm going to keep this in the case. This is a blush from Mented that I don't think, look how pretty that is. I haven't really used it though. That's pretty. I've really got to pare down the blushes in here because it's making me crazy. So let me take out the blushes. Ooh, blush. This is all blush. When I look at this. Look at this. All blush. All blush. This is like ridiculous. Okay, so I see this powder in here. This is from Cover FX. I've had it quite a long time, and this is a beautiful shade. But I find that this shade just does not look good on me. This is the blush and this is the highlighter, the blush topper. And so I'm going to take this out because I haven't used it in a really long time. I love the color, but I just look bruised when I use it. This is a powder from Kosas that I bought a long time ago. Used a couple of times. Found other powders that I prefer. So didn't really use this. I'm going to take this out. This is a blush from MAC. This is hard to get. A lot of you told me about this blush. It's really, really pretty. It actually kind of works as a nice little bronzer for me. I haven't used it in quite some time. These shades, I don't really, when it comes to blush, I really like more of a berry, pinky, rose, orangey. I don't really do the terracotta type blushes, but I think I'm gonna leave this in here. And then this is a highlighter from Haus Labs. Look how gorgeous that is. And I'm going to keep this in here because I don't use it enough. Packaging is gorgeous. And I really want to rotate it along with all of these other highlighters. All right, well, let's stick with highlighter. This is Becca. And this is, what is this? This is Topaz. You know, this is my go-to. My go-to girl. I have a backup, but I really want to finish this up before I open up the backup. So this one is definitely staying. All right, Pat McGrath. I have quite a few Pat McGrath blushes, and they are hard to open. This one is in the shade Divine Venus? Paradise Venus. If I can get it open. So again, one of those blushes I don't normally use quite often, but that's gonna stay. I bought all these damn blushes and I feel like I need to use them, so I keep them in here, and I do rotate. I do use them. This is Love Struck. I use that one a good deal. This is this is Cherish, right? Yeah, this is Cherish. I like to use this in combination with Love Struck. I'll put this on the apples of the cheeks and then Love Struck you know, along the temples. So that's gonna stay in here. This I'm sure is, oh, this is Night Bloom. Forgot I had this. Night Bloom, gorgeous. I have not used this nearly enough, so I will be, especially when the weather gets warmer. Do I have any more Pat in here? This should be, yes, Electric Bloom. That's Electric Bloom. I really, really like that one. That's gonna stay in here. This is a CoverGirl. This is in the shade Hot Frenzy, which I have not used in a long time, but it's a gorgeous color, very pigmented. I like orange blush. Doesn't look the greatest on me, but I still buy it. Haven't used this one in a minute, but I'm gonna keep it in there. This is from Juvia's Place. I haven't used this in quite a while either. What is this? This is Bella. Another beautiful shade that I need to use more often. The problem is I have too much damn blush. That is the problem. This is from Chanel. This is Blush Lumiere in Braun Rossi. And this is more like a bronzer for me than it is a blush. No, I paid full price for this sucker. I was gonna say I used Ulta points. I did not. She's gonna stay in here because I need to use her ass, because when you spend this much money, she needs to be used. So she's gonna stay in there. What else do we have? We have another highlighter from Becca. This is in the shade Dreamsicle. This was limited edition. I have a backup of this one. It's like this beautiful orange tangerine type, gold tangerine blush highlighter. Gorgeous. This is going to work for when the weather gets warm and I get a tan. So I'm going to take that out for right now. We're getting there. Spring is here. She hasn't really sprung yet in New York, but this is a blush. Oh my gosh, this is from MAC. This is Raisin, and oh my god, this was the only blush that I wore for many years. Now that I have all of this Pat McGrath blush, I haven't used this as much, but she's gonna stay in here. This is also from MAC. This is Hot This is burnt pepper, which I think I could take this one out. I don't use it very much, so I don't know. I think I'm gonna keep it in here. I think I'm gonna keep all the blushes in here because I bought all this damn blush and I need to use it. This is the Sephora smoothing powder that I used to use all the time, and then I found other powders and started using those, but I would like to get back into this one, so I'm gonna leave it in here because if I don't, I'm gonna forget I have it. Ooh, this is a blush from Haus Labs before they rebranded. This blush is so beautiful and I love it so much. The formula, my God, I love the formula so much. I don't need, as you can see, I don't need not one more damn blush, but because I love this formula so much and they have released new blushes, I really want to try one just because I want to try the formula, because this one I really enjoy. So that's gonna stay in here, and it's pretty small so it doesn't take up much space. And this is the Evolution powder from Danessa Myricks, and it's a nice powder, but you know what, I go through phases, and loose powder was something that I was really using quite a bit, and then I got into pressed powder, so I go back and forth. I haven't used this in a while though because I'm doing the pressed powder thing right now. So I'm gonna take this out. I'm sorry if my camera is shaking. I hope it doesn't fall down. I have it sitting on a box. Ooh, this is my Dior makeup. What is this? Powder No Powder? Yeah, in the shade 4N. If you follow me here, you know I was, well, you can see by the look of it that, oh my gosh, this is my second one actually, because I went through a whole one before. This is the powder I was using every single time I did my makeup before I got the NARS powder. So she's gonna stay in here. So now I can move the NARS powder down here, my balm powder, my bronzers I can put back down here, and my highlighters and my bronzer. Oh yeah, so we are done. We're done. So I feel so much better. So I have a lot more room here to put stuff. So I'm very happy about that. I have more room here, which is nice. And now it closes up very nicely. And yeah, so this is the makeup that I will be moving to a different part. And some of these I'll probably just get rid of. Here we go. Okay, so let me know, you know, do you have an everyday makeup case where you store your makeup that you use the most often? And if so, what are some of the items that are in your everyday makeup stash? If you like this video, please give it a like and consider subscribing. I want to thank you for joining me today. I hope to see you again next week. Until then, bye-bye.